Okay, so we're looking at question 2, part 1 from the homework extension. And the question asks you to show that x equals a and x equals a plus 2 are solutions to this equation. And then you were also asked to write the equation in fully factorized form. Okay, well, if they're solutions, if you substitute a into this, it should equal to 0. So let's start off by doing that. So we've got a cubed minus 2a plus 1 times a squared plus a squared minus 2 times a plus a brackets a plus 2 equals 0. So we've got a cubed minus 2a cubed plus a squared minus a squared. And then if we expand this bracket, we've got plus a cubed minus 2a, and then we've got a squared plus 2a equals to 0. And then let's just check. A cubed minus 2a cubed plus a cubed, they will cancel each other out. Minus a squared plus a squared cancels. Minus 2a plus 2a cancels. So we've got 0 equals 0. And let's do the same with a plus 2. So we've got a plus 2 cubed minus 2a plus 1 times a plus 2 squared plus a squared minus 2 times a plus 2 plus a plus 2 equals 0. So this is going to have a lot of terms in it, basically. If we expand this, we've got a cubed plus 3a squared times 2. So this is a bit of a revision of binomial expansion. Plus 3a times 2 squared plus 2 cubed. Then I'm just going to do all of this inside like a bracket with a negative. Okay, so I've got 2a plus 1 times a squared plus 4a plus 4. And I'll come back to that in the next line. And then here, if I expand this bracket, in fact, I'm going to come on to the next line. So expanding this bracket here, I've got 2a squared. Sorry, no, I don't. I've got a cubed plus 2a squared minus 2a minus 4. And then finally I've got a squared plus 2a, so that's supposed to be equal to 0. Let's make this neater. 6a squared, 12a plus 8 minus, and I'd probably just keep this, I'd probably just expand the inside of this bracket out now. So I've got 2a cubed plus 8a squared plus 2a times 4, 8a plus a squared plus 4a plus 4. And then I'll probably just collect like terms in this bit now. So I've got a cubed plus 2a squared plus a squared, so plus 3a squared minus 2a plus 2a, that they already cancel, minus 4. And all that equals to 0 again. So you could expand this first, or you could start collecting like terms now. I'll just expand. I'll sort this out. So we've got 2a minus 2a cubed minus 9a squared minus 12a minus 4, and then let's see if I can fit all that in there. We've got plus a cubed plus 3a squared minus 4 equals 0. So a cubed minus 2a cubed plus a cubed cancels. 6a squared minus 9a squared, so we've got minus 3a squared plus 3a squared. It all cancels out. 12a minus 12a cancels. 8 minus 4 cancels. So I've got, therefore, 0 equals 0. Okay. I've just realised that I'd kind of gone off the page there. I was looking at the page, not at the screen. But okay, so we've done the first bit of the question. We've proved that these two are solutions. So now we need to write this in fully factorised form. Well, if that's a solution to the expression, then if you substitute, then that means that x minus a is a factor. And also, x minus a minus 2 is a factor of this expression, okay, because of the factor theorem. So, if I divide all of this by a, I will be left with a quadratic that is a factor of this. And then if I divide the quadratic by x minus a minus 2, I'll be left with the final factor. So I'm going to do that using synthetic division. Okay, so if I write out first of all the factors, the coefficients. So the coefficients are 1 and minus 2a minus 1 and a squared minus 2 and a squared plus 2a. Okay, so those are the coefficients. And I'm going to use synthetic division. And what I'm saying is that x minus a is a factor, and also that x minus a minus 2 is a factor. So the first thing I'm going to do is divide by a. All right, so if I divide by a, so I've got 1 times a is a. Add those together, I've got minus a minus 1. And then I've got minus a squared minus minus a. Okay, so if I add those together, the a squareds cancel, and I'm left with minus 2 minus a. And look what happens. A times minus 2 minus a gives me minus 2a minus a squared. And if I add those together, a squared minus a squared is 0. 2a minus 2a is 0. Okay, so I've got a 0 remainder. All right. So if you like, at this stage, you could say that x minus a times x squared minus a minus 1 x what do we get? Plus minus a minus 1x plus minus 2 minus a is one of the is partially factorized. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide now again. These are the coefficients. And I'm going to divide again, but this time I'm going to divide by a plus 2 because x minus a minus 2 is a factor. So if I divide by a plus 2, so bring down the 1, 1 times a plus 2 is a plus 2. Add these together, you get 1 again. 1 times a plus 2, a plus 2. Oh look, minus, yeah, you get 0. So our final bracket, the coefficients of our final bracket are 1 and 1. So finally, we can write out the equation in factorized form. The first factor was x minus a. The second factor was x minus a minus 2. And the final factor is 1x plus 1. Okay, because these are the coefficients, and we know that that equals to 0.